Dear Aquarians, welcome to the monthly horoscopes of January of 2022. It's amazing and incredible that we are already starting a new year. And for those of you who have a birthday in January, happy birthday. Now let's have a look at what is going on in the heavens for the sign of Aquarius, a little bit more in detail for the collective, for the sign of Aquarius, when you have your sun sign there, but in particular the ascendant, to a lesser extent your moon. Now we're having first of all a retrograde in your sign. That is quite rare to have that. A retrograde is 3 times a year, but not always in your sign. And that always shows that it's happening around the 15th. So then it's at 10 degrees of Aquarius, goes backwards, and then it goes direct again next month around the 5th and onwards it's going direct. So that shows a reassessing of self, a thinking about the self. You would think that you would do that around more Christmas time or even December time and planning what you're going to do in January. I think for the Aquarians it's going to take a little bit longer. Especially when it comes to self, because the first house is not only you and your relationships, it's also your life path, what you want to do in life, what road you want to take. And it's a good time, especially when you think things are not going so well or I want to adjust. It's a good time. So you're going to get the adjustment because you have the opportunity. You have to do it yourself, of course. With the energies that are around you. When it goes fluently, it goes easier. And this is about profiling yourself in a different style and communicating in a different way, thinking about yourself in a different way, and communicating that to others as well. But that will be for next month. So this is interesting. And this Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, it will be back in Capricorn. So which is your 12th house, where a lot is going on in your 12th house, dear Aquarian. So a lot is going on behind the scenes that people don't know what's going on. A lot is going on unconsciously, which for people who are not so conscious is a bit annoying. But hey, if you're a bit more trying to get in touch with your shadow, trying to get in touch with your blind spots, this is a very rewarding transit. So the Venus is retrograde already there in your 12th house for the whole month still. And at around about the 30th of the month, Venus goes direct again. So that's at the very end of the month. So a reassessing for sure of love, that topic of love and unconditional love. And this is Venus in the 12th house can be a time where you enjoy being alone, where there could be a hidden love as well, especially with all this energy, Venus going retrograde, Mercury there as well going retrograde in that 12th house. There could be a lot of thinking about hidden love, or maybe it's one-sided, or maybe it's just not the right timing. But it doesn't mean to say that this cannot work itself out, especially when we are coming towards next month, when all these planets are going direct and are going to be in your sign then later on the next couple of months. So there's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes, under the surface, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Keep things to yourself when you're having plans that you're not sure about and that you need to fine tune, in that Capricornian way, which is structural way. So do that for sure. That can help you out a lot. And you're having Jupiter, the transit of Jupiter, the beginning of the month, it's going into Pisces, and that is your 2nd house of self-worth. So although there's a lot going on unconsciously and blind spots and so on that are a bit triggered, your self-worth is okay. So because mostly when we're getting in touch with our shadow and blind spots, we're a bit all over the place, and it's not always easy to stand with the feet on the ground, but you can with this Jupiter in your 2nd house, which is, of course, it's a financial house, but for a lot of people, I see that the 2nd house has to do with self-worth than it has to do with money sometimes. So I think in combination with that 12th house stuff, this could be very much your story as well, that you're growing in confidence, you're finding more meaning in your own word, your self-worth, self-confidence, your talents. Yes, and enjoying that. And this is very expansive. You're finding more meaning in also the things that you own. You know, literally, it could be in a material way, the things that you own. You're very content about it. You're very strong. Or as well, you can deal with between January and May, because this transit is going on for a couple of months, that you're going to have more income, so that your income is going to be more expanding. And that is a nice thing as well, right? Now, last but not least, the nodes are shifting. And this is important for you because the nodes, they were in Sagittarius and in Gemini. Now it's way more important when it comes the North node into Taurus and the South node into Scorpio. Why? Because it's fellow fixed signs. So that means key areas of your life. And for you, it's the home versus, it's between the balance between home and work for you. So the South node is in Scorpio, shifts into Scorpio in the month of January. And that has to do with the South node is about letting go, and the North node has to do with where you need to focus on, where you need to explore. And that is in Taurus, in your 4th house. So you need to go towards emotional stability. And for some of you, it's again more in the material world, a new home, or shifting homes. But I think for a lot of you, this has to do with emotional stability. This has to do with this inner peace and this is a good energy for the whole year. Establishing inner peace, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, you're coming home because you are giving that feeling to yourself rather than getting it from something outside of you. So you will feel more at home. Or that's the goal, and to nourish that and to be your own mom, so to speak. You know, when I see so much emphasis on that 4th house, it's about taking care of you. And of course, don't think that this is all about going away from work, giving up work. No, because the South node is there. It means more an attention going towards the home and family and emotional support, because the things that go on in the 10th house are a bit less relevant now. But yes, for some of you, it can mean say goodbye to an old job and exploring towards a new one, and maybe working from home for a lot of you as well. So all in all, very significant month with the shifting of these nodes, and we're going to explore a little bit deeper next month. If you want to go into a bit more in depth with the Venus-Pluto and what is the Venus retrograde all about, what are the yearly horoscopes saying, I've made them. Watch my channel and you can find it out there. Meanwhile, have a very good month and happy birthday for some of you. Bye-bye.